Dhaka, Bangladesh, hours before aka Ullah stepped into a busy Manhattan subway passage, a homemade pipe bomb strapped to his body with Velcro. His wife called him from here to wake him up. The telephone conversation Monday was brief and ordinary. Janatul Ferdis did not detect any signs that her husband was upset or angry, nor did he say anything memorable. She told him to go to work and hung up. Soon her husband's image would be shown on television screens around the world. His bomb had detonated, he was severely injured. American authorities accused him of plotting a terrorist attack. On Wednesday he had his first brief court appearance, by way of a video link to a federal courthouse from the hospital where he is recovering. "I always thought he was a good man," Ferdis said Wednesday, speaking through the crack of the front door of her home in Dhaka, "and I still consider him a good man. I never thought he could be involved in an incident like this." Ullah's wife and mother-in-law, who spoke to the Washington Post from behind a door with their faces covered, said the incident in New York completely blindsided them. They said Ullah had shown no signs of being radicalized in phone conversations or on his recent visits to Dhaka. "If I knew this was going to happen, we'd never have let him leave," said Mahfuza Akhtar, Ullah's mother-in-law. In a press conference here Wednesday, counterterrorism chief Monirul Islam said that Ullah's attempted attack was inspired by the writings and online sermons of a Bangladeshi cleric named Jasimuddin Rahmani, the spiritual leader of Ansarullah Bangla Team, a banned Bangladeshi terrorist organization. Rahmani is currently serving a 5-year jail term for inciting the murder of a Bangladeshi blogger. Islam said that Ferdis and her family had, under questioning, suggested that link, implying that they were not so unaware of his radicalization. Violent rhetoric from Ansarullah Bangla Team, ABT, has been blamed for a series of murders of atheist and secular bloggers and activists. In 2015, the group published a hit list of writers and activists from around the world. Law enforcement officials in the United States said that Ullah had told them he was inspired by propaganda from the Islamic State terror group. In recent years, a string of terrorist attacks has shaken Bangladesh. In July 2016, militants killed 22 people at the upmarket Holy Artisan Bakery after a 12-hour siege. A week later, in eastern Bangladesh, 4 people were killed at a Muslim prayer gathering to celebrate the holy festival of Eid. Islamist movements have been active since the country's independence but are recently resurgent, with militants targeting secular aspects of Bangladeshi society. Authorities said Ullah, who has lived in the United States since 2011, was not directly linked with militant groups in Bangladesh. Islam said that his investigation so far suggested that Ullah most likely acted alone and was radicalized in the United States. He said Ullah's name had never appeared on anti-terror intelligence lists and that he was most probably self-radicalized on the internet. "When he came back here to get married, he was bearded and used to be a pious man," Islam said.